Hello, hello, hi. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on what part of the world you're joining us from. There you go, right by grace. You're first on the call again today. Amazing. I have your gift for you from Sunshine. I've collected it and I'm going to give you at the retreat. So thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Welcome. Oh, our host is here. Welcome, Omeyi. Be our speaker, right? Our guest me one. So, hello, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day in advance. I'm super excited to be here and to have you here today. I love early people, so I'm always ready to help. Yay! I'm going to bring it down. Hello. As if I knew they were going to impress me with glasses. I came ready. I knew. As if I knew. I knew you come and press me with glasses. I said, no. I refused your friends. I showed up too.
Can you hear me first
I
too? Before
can
we start this thing,
hear you.
can you
I
hear
can hear you. I can hear you. I can see
me? Okay.
you. And you look amazing. Welcome.
Thank
So,
you.
good evening, everyone. Can you guys see and hear Omeyi? Is she loud and clear? I can hear her. I hope you can hear her
Or is
too.
it?
Let us know in the comments if you can hear her. Okay. Alrighty. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. So today, today, we've talked about we're in the month of love and we're going to be touching, love topics, relationship topics, across all of the spectrum. We want to touch everybody's life. So today we're going to be talking to single people, whether you're a single man or a single woman. We're going to be talking to you today. Before we start, please, if you have not read about my guest, go and read about her because she's one superstar. Hey, God, I have people. Oh, hey, I have people. This Omeyi is like when they say I get people, that's only her alone is. This woman is super smart, super intelligent, super talented. She's the tech boss you want to have in your corner. She has solutions to everything. Like, just go to her with your problem, she just find solution for you. I don't even know what to call her own type of brain. It's just, we used to call her principal. When you hear principal, you can imagine, like principal. She just comes and she comes correct every single time. I'm super excited to have her in my circle. Super excited to have her here today to come and speak to us. So today's topic, you know how all these dear auntie, you are reading on Instagram every day. They will say, the boyfriend did me this, the girlfriend did me that. So many love stories, and every time the question is always the same: did you not date? Did you not see the red flags? And I have come to believe that people do see the red flags, but they choose to ignore them. And why do they do that? Because they're probably too far gone. Maybe they have fallen in love, or maybe families are invested already. There's introduction, all kinds of things, and it's too far gone. We can't go back. So today we're going to be telling you how to spot this red flag before you get into that entanglement that looks as if you can't go back. Because truly, there's nothing you can't go back from. To be honest, it's better a broken engagement than a broken marriage. But that's not the conversation for today. The conversation is how do you find these red flags, find them and spot them and run fast before you get entangled. So, Omeyi, over to you. Tell us. Why did you even pick this
After
topic,
that,
first of all?
how will I talk now? Eh?
Okay, tell us why you picked the topic. First of all, tell us why you picked the topic. Tell
How
us
I
why.
did what I did
Why
this.
why did you pick this topic?
Why this topic?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not a topic I've ever spoken about in public.
I
So the
know.
only reason you know is because you're inside my corner. That's why I don't talk about this topic at all. Just
Mm.
because everybody is doing marriage counselor everywhere, and I'm not a marriage counselor. I'm not that.
Okay.
Yes, I've been married for a bit, but still, I don't like to meddle in this kind of things. But why this
I
topic?
know.
Month of love, just as you said, and tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and some girls, some ladies are going to make
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow. you know.
Mm-hmm.
So when you called me, I'm like, why not? Let's do this. Hello, sunshine. I'm like, let's do this. And yeah, so I was like, this is my first time talking about this in public. I don't know if I'll come again to talk about
Yeah.
this.
Mm-hmm.
But Brenda,
Well,
so let's
let's do it. Thank you, thank you. I mean, there's so many things that we're passionate about, that we feel strongly about, but we don't speak about them because we kind of feel like, I'm no expert. I don't want to, lend my voice to this. But I always like people to speak. Tell us as it's doing you, because you never know who you'll be liberating. It's not
yeah.
only the experts that will live to talk about things. There's a reason why God has laid it in your heart to make you feel so strongly about it. So just speak. Speak. You never know who will be on the live today and who will be liberated. So I'm excited that we're having this conversation. Excited that it is the day before Valentine's. So everybody draw your ear like this, your 2 ears, and listen, so that you don't go and fall into what you cannot fall out of. Okay. So let's get right into it. Tell us, okay, what are red flags, first of all, before we even start going far? Because all this English
Okay, so
sometimes
let's
is a
like,
bit confusing.
when we're younger now, there's always a danger sign. So
Yeah.
red usually, I love red. Red is like, it's my favorite color. Though purple is going to win, but
Mm.
however, red has a side that signifies danger. So what are red flags? The dangerous signs, the things that
Mm.
you should not even get involved in. So as you
Right.
said before, we get entangled, before you
Mm.
get to that point where your brain has gone.
Mm.
I'm not saying
Mm.
that your brain has gone, but you know what I mean.
Yes, of course. I mean, and people always try to think about it. Maybe we've already bought our shirt. Maybe we'll send the invites out. Or maybe, oh, I love him. Maybe he would change or she would change. There are all of those kind of things that makes people
Or
say,
I've
oh,
been
let's
beat
just try.
and my parents. How do I go?
Hmm.
Stuff like that.
I I get it. I get it. So what are the red flags? And there's something I think we need to talk about, because red flags may mean different things to different people. Because at the end of the day, everyone has their own, what is your own deal breaker? So I used to say this a lot. As in, what is your deal breaker? Make sure that your partner knows this. So that even though, it can do and undo, let us all know what, excuse me, boundaries on which we will not cross. These are the deal breakers. So when we're talking about red flags in general, I mean, there are some that are general, like, hello, if you see this one, just run. But even among those ones, there are some people that will have maybe a bit of tolerance for something. I say, well, this one maybe I can still, manage it and live with it. So we'll just be talking generally about the ones that everybody agrees that they are red flags, right?
Yes. Yes. So
Okay.
today, yes. So even before you said that, there are red flags, there are deal breakers, then there are just some things that you rather have or rather not have. Those
Right.
are three different ways when it comes to relationships. So I was actually going to talk about those three different parts. Because
Three.
red
Okay.
flags should be red flags for everybody.
Everybody.
That's
Okay.
general.
Okay.
However, there
Okay.
are deal breakers, just as you said. Somebody may, this is
No,
okay.
no marking.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about deal breakers because everybody has funny. Some people have funny deal breakers that I'm just like, please, that's a red flag. But however, there are some things that, as I said, they are not red flags, they are not deal breakers, but there are some things that you would rather have or rather not
Not
have.
have.
Those
Yeah.
three things should still be established from the very beginning before you get entangled.
Right.
So me, I'll give an example of something that is not a red flag, it's not a deal breaker, but it was something that was really, really important to me. For
Important to you.
example, it was really, really important to me that the person I will eventually spend the rest of my life with knows how to cook and is willing
Mm.
to cook. That's not, if a man doesn't know how to cook, it's not a bad thing, it's not
It's
a
not.
red flag,
It's not a red flag.
it's not
For many people, it's not a deal breaker.
a deal breaker, it's not a big deal. But for me as myself, as my person, that was
Mm.
important to me. So
Mm.
before I got entangled into with anybody, those were questions that I asked
Ask
from the very beginning.
up
Yeah,
front. I
yeah.
wish I'd known to ask those questions. Hey, I would have been enjoying as you're enjoying now.
So there are cases like that. Some people don't care if their husband never thought changes a diaper. Me, I care.
Right.
You see, so those things matter to me. So I made sure those were things I asked from the beginning.
Right.
So let's is Because, for example, let's say I got married. Now I've been married for 15 years and counting. So that is not a red flag, that is not a deal breaker. But imagine if I did not say anything about it, I didn't search what is important to me in my heart. How do you think I'll be right now, 15 years down the line?
Be suffering and smiling.
Bitter wife that nobody will understand. Why are you bitter? What's there? Why you angry? Why you this? It's not a big deal, but it's a big deal to me. So first of all, everybody know thyself.
Yeah.
Know what actually matters to you as a person first. And I'm not talking about frivolous things. I'm talking about things that you know that for me, that was something that matters to me in the long run. I'm not somebody that wants to travel tomorrow and I have to cook a storm because I'm leaving my family and I'm out and I'm thinking what would they eat. That's not me. Am I against cooking? No. Do I cook? Yes.
Are you sure you cook? You like this.
Please,
I'm suspecting.
do I want to cook all the time? No. So thank you, Grace. So I don't want us to just address that one first. So, but you have to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, then you will not even know the things that matter to you, that are part of your core. For me, that was a core. Like, it's so strong. I don't know how to explain it. It's a serious core. And those people that know me, know my husband, know that I got that. So
it's really important that you said it, that one has to know themselves. You have to know yourself enough to be able to know what is important to you. Because most times, most of us when we got married, we're very young. We didn't really think about most of these things. So is he fine? Is he handsome? Oh, does he love God? Oh, is his family all right? Boy, no book. Okay, well, okay, let's go. There's some things that we just felt like, okay, we'll be patching on as we go. So it's important that you mention that it takes a real knowledge of yourself, to be able to know the things that are so important to you, and that's what brings us to deal breakers. So let's start on the red flags first. Let's start on the red flags. So things like, what would you say are red flags? And that we should just
so
be
I
aware
just
of.
let me just add something, because I know that some people are here because they are single. However,
Yeah.
this life will also apply to you if you are a mom of a girl child. So if you are married, you're okay. I want you to watch this from the perspective of, you have a girl child, you have someone you are training. And I'm saying that because the average girl, our generation before, even now, things are getting better now.
Yeah.
But still, we train our girl children to be wife material, good wife material. But we don't train our girls to spot the predators.
Material. Okay, no,
Yeah, we don't train them to spot men that they should not get involved with at all. That is why you have correct girls. And when you see the guy they end up with, you are like, this girl is so smart. How?
Like, how
No,
did
she's
you not
smart.
know this?
She's book smart, she's hardworking, she's responsible, but from the social part, from the relationship part, she's deficient. And it's
I like that. I like that.
yeah.
Okay, so it's not only single women we're talking to now. Look, let me carry my paper and barrel now, because this now gets interesting. We all need to know this so that we know how to train our girls to, not only train them to be good wives and good women, then also learn how to spot the ones that you should go very far for, right? Don't just even branch. Don't speak English. Don't even say hello. How are you? I'm coming first. Next, So I like that. I like that angle. Okay.
thank you. Okay, so let me even explain getting entangled. Getting entangled may not even be the part of falling in love. It may even just be the part of, there are certain people, even girls, female to female, there are certain people that I cannot be close friends to this person. This person, we can just be hi, we can meet at events and say hi, but I cannot allow this person into my circle. So when we talk about getting entangled, is getting to the point where, because when somebody is in your circle, whether you like it or not, when you relate,
Have to influence
going
each other.
to guard, things are going to slide. So we are dealing with it from that angle.
Okay.
The person should not be close. They're supposed to be that close.
I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
So red flag number one. Let's start from the obvious one. How
Okay.
does this person treat other people? Leave yourself. When a guy is trying to chase you, you are like the dead things in sliced bread. So don't look at her. You know, some girls be like, he treats me like a princess, like a queen. Leave that
No, no,
side.
no, no.
How does he treat other people? And I'm going to put them in different categories. Number one, how does he treat his family? So if his parents are still alive, how does he relate with them? If he has siblings, how does he relate with them? Especially if he has younger siblings,
Younger one.
relate with them. How does he talk to you about those siblings? Another category, how does he treat his staff? He could run
Domestic worker.
a company. How does he treat the door? Because sometimes you go to his office now. We all do these things. Let's just say. How does he be the person that opens the door? His receptionist, his driver. Those need to observe those people.
How does he treat
Because
the
when you go on a date, go to a restaurant, how does he speak to the waiter? So these are things that you need to first of all start observing, look at them, and you will tell a lot from a person in how a person is with
other people
in those relationships. Why? Because he's not trying to impress any of those people.
Impress those people.
His family is his family. Whatever they want to do, your family cannot throw you away. That's
yes.
His driver is the one paying him salary. So I don't really care.
Yes.
So you want to see how he behaves, and you want to check that on three different locations. You want to check on a bad day. So driver messed up. Like that the driver messed up. You want to check. You want to observe. What does he do on a regular day when nothing is up? The day is just normal. How does he relate? You want to observe that. Then on a very good day, like a promotion
has done good.
How does he treat those people? So on a very good day, for example, does he just enter the car, talking to his driver? Does he dash the driver a tip that day because he's happy? Or is he still standoffish to the driver like, yeah, I got a promotion, but please? You need to check up. Those things will tell you three different things. So the regular day will give you a glimpse of how your regular life will be relating to. Because yes, we all come to Instagram and we all put one picture, one video, and people act as if the sum of our entire life is in that 30-second or 90-second reel, which is absolutely ridiculous, right? So this, and if you observe all those categories, you will get a good picture to see, okay, the guy is. The day he's angry, did he slap the driver that day? Those kind of things you want to see, you want to check. Then again, I've already mentioned good days. So those are three areas, those are the three things that you want to check, and those are the different relationships you want to check. The reason why you want to check in all those areas is, as a wife, as a spouse, there are different times that you look like different things to your husband. So you guys are like bodies. So now that is where you are checking, relating to people, his peers. There are times but there are times that even though they are bodies, maybe he's the boss. How does he now relate when he has to be a boss? Is he a nap that says, please, even though we are friends, excuse me, please, office, don't come and talk to me anyhow. Just know that he's gonna tell you that one day. Don't come talk to me. Husband in this house. So you want to know that. So you also want to know how he treats people below you. Why below you? Are you equal partners? Yes, so the Bible says. But there are times in a relationship where one person is down. Whether we like it, if we look back, if we all think about those all that are married, you will see that there are periods in your life when it was you that was down or it was him that was down. And it doesn't have, I'm not talking about money here, please. I'm talking about generally.
Yeah.
It could be health. It could be just mind, like my mind.
Yeah.
It could be that, oh, at this point, person is down emotionally. So you want to know. That's why. So that's what you are going to find out when you talk, when you observe those relationships of people that are beneath him. How does he treat those people beneath him? Because the possibility that he treats you that way someday is very, very high. Most times, women are always trying to get, I want a good husband.
Yeah.
I want a man after God's. No, please. You want a good human being. Human being.
Let him be a good human being first.
And which means if both of you are fighting today and you are wrong, but you are in danger, will he walk away? Yes. Because that is where humanity comes in. Or will he leave you because you guys are fighting?
Because you are upset. Yes.
You are upset. You know, I don't care. So those are things that you want to look out for. So that's red flag number 1. Observe his relationships, and I've mentioned the 3 different areas of his relationships that we are talking about. Number 2. Okay, let me leave it on last. Let me go to this other. Let me go to the light ones. Okay. Number 2, how does he talk to you? And by talking to you, I mean, how does he talk about what you do, about your dreams, about the things that matter to you? So, let's say you are a makeup artist, random. How does he talk to makeup artists? How does he see the industry? Like, does he just, so for example, I once heard a story about someone that was a makeup artist, and one day, I don't know whether they were dating or whatever, I think they were dating eventually, or engaged to be married. That she has known all this while, and the guy is yelling at her at 11 p.m. on a Saturday night when she had like a serious wedding, whatever, and he's insulting her. What's she doing outside? Who did she say? Like, you know her job. You know her job. That means all this while he was pretending. But you know her job. So does he? That's what I mean when I say how does he talk to you? What does he take into cognizance the kind of job you do, and what does he think about it? Again, you don't talk about it yourself. Talk about bring other makeup artists. For example, just say, hey, see Banke Meshida. See, she traveled to. She had a bride that took her to Dubai. Oh my God! And as she's married, she has children. This is so cool. Use it as gist,
so that you can hear how he thinks about that. Very important.
That is it going to be what kind of responsible woman leaves her family to travel because she wants to paint somebody's. You want to know so that you know if this your career is gonna work. So or what the things that matter to you, things that you like, does it make them sound stupid? You know, there's some people that you just say something, they'll just reduce you like this. Like you start wondering that, what did I say? Did I say something? Am I dumb? Am I all right? So you want to check those kind of
second guess yourself. You start to lose your self-esteem and all of that. I mean, it's such a downward spiral. You don't even want to go there.
Yeah. Is this person self-centered? Is everything about me, 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 me? So when you guys meet, so I want to eat, I want to do this, I want to talk about my day today, I want to do this. This is what happened to me. This is what is happening in my family. This is my life. Anything, like you find out that you spent 1 hour with this person. And maybe the only thing that you said about yourself is he just asked the generic, how are you? And you said, fine. And that was all. So that should already tell you that, hello, this person
is in a relationship with himself.
You got it. So you want to check. Because some of them will be like, no, at least he's talking to me. You see, this is why you have to check all these things before your brain. Because as I said, It's not that we suspend our brains when we are in love, but there is a part of our brain that we pause for a while when you are really liking somebody. Let's be honest. If you
You
think
start to
about
give excuses.
yes,
You start to give excuses for the person. That you
it's
see, it's not really like that. Maybe he had a bad day that day.
you had a bad day. You are getting it. You had a bad day. This one, that one, that kind of thing. So you want to, excuse me, please.
Yeah.
You want to, you want to look at that. That is a red flag.
Hmm.
Is this person a narcissist?
Hmm. And so that English is a lot. Can you
Plenty
please explain it?
roaming the streets. Plenty, plenty.
I
And the
know
thing
that
with narcissism,
I know that people misuse that word a lot. I mean, just for clarity,
let's start with dictionary definition.
let's go to dictionary, please.
Let's start.
Let's just be clear. Let's be clear. What does it really mean?
Let me check dictionary as we are talking first.
Because the way they use that word on the Instagram, you are not even. I don't even want to miss. Like everybody is narcissism, narcissism. I'm like, okay, what does it even really mean? Okay.
Okay, now I've got to Google at first, and the first thing I've seen is narcissistic personality disorder. That one is a mental case. There are people that are narcissists but don't have narcissistic personality disorder. So
Okay.
let's go to the basic narcissist first. Okay, so narcissism, self-absorption, absorption.
Hmm.
Narcissism is characterized by an inflated self-image, an addiction to fantasy, by an unusual coolness and composure. Hey, shaking only when the narcissistic confidence is threatened, and by the tendency to take others for granted or to exploit them.
I love
So let's just stop at they shake when their confidence is threatened. They take people tendency to take people for granted or exploit them.
yeah.
The average narcissist
Because
exploits.
I saw that what I saw here, narcissism is a self-centered personality style characterized as having an excessive preoccupation with oneself and one's own needs, often at the expense of others. You
Yes,
know,
of yes, expense of others is
yeah. So it's basically just self-centeredness on steroids.
yes, Pro Max. Pro Max.
Self-centeredness on steroids,
Because
especially at the expense of others.
because they are so self-absorbed. First of all, one of the first red flags to spot is when the person is trying to get close to you. Is the person trying to isolate you? Does the person start by saying, Brenda, that you claim is your friend, see the way she does it? If you have that kind of friend, what sort of a friend is that? Then usually me too now, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. When Brenda does something tomorrow, remember that that's true.
They
This is what he
really
said.
told me.
You will not start
Yes.
keeping from Brenda. Tomorrow, Titi, that Titi said something, 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 something to start there. Bola, so he starts to, before you know it, you are isolated. So is the person trying to bring your friends to, like, does the person want to know your friends, or does the person want to remove your friends from you?
From your friends.
So that's the key thing. Like, is the person trying to, instead, like me those days, when the guy was trying to talk to me, he had to go and find my closest friends to come and say, hey, this is the girl I want to talk to. Such that in his absence, the only ones that will be saying, oh man, your shakara is too much. And I'm like, please, whose side are you on?
Yes. I mean, that's a wise guy. A wise guy will get the friends first. Once you get the friends on board, they'll be speaking for you.
So
But
you
once you
want
start
to see,
to try and eliminate friends, then you should take another look and say,
because
what's
when
the
they
plan?
start to be friends, because friends are the easiest to eliminate. Family is usually that. So your family will be the last. They will eliminate friends. They will eliminate if you are a 9 to 5 and maybe you have a work colleague that you guys go to work together or you go for breaks together, and it doesn't matter the gender, as long as you have a like
A
a
paddy, a strong paddy.
yes, a close relationship with that person, going to they may even start by saying, I don't want you going for lunch break with that guy. Let's start going for lunch break together every day, every day, every day. But if your brain is not there, you to be like, oh, he wants to come and take me for
Spend
lunch
time.
every day. Why? Or no, this person should no longer be dropping you every day. Why is it the person? Why are you going after? So you want to check, is he trying to is your friendship, is it growing, or are you tearing apart? Because
Mm.
when somebody, you know, comes into your life.
And I need to throw a bit of a disclaimer here. There are actually sometimes when the person that you're with would have valid reason to, tell you to take another look at that friend. Because sometimes when you're deep inside a relationship, you may not notice when people are taking you for granted, when people are, literally using your head. So there may be times when the person that is with you is able to say, this is your friendship. I think you should take another look at it. So we're not saying that, you should not listen once the person says, this is your friend. No, we're saying
Yeah,
that you
of
should
course
you
there's
should
a
take
balance, which
you
was
you to use
why
your own head, you to
yeah,
ask your own self
I
questions. Is this thing that they said, is
started
it valid? And is it every time? Is it with every friend, or is it just this one off? So I
exactly.
just wanted to put that out there so that people are not saying that we're saying, oh, when your significant other tells you that, oh, you should not talk to that friend. Like, no, Omeyi said, he's trying to be narcissistic, so I must resist him. No, that's not what we are saying. I just wanted to
Yeah.
put that out there.
Though again, if you know yourself, or even as you start, because we all grow. I'm not the same person that got married at when I was. I'm 40 now. I got married at 25. I'm not the same person.
Absolutely.
I've outgrown some friends. My values have changed. So
Absolutely.
so there are some friends that I'm no more as close as
As
before.
before. Yeah, you would naturally outgrow some friends, they would naturally fall by the wayside. Yeah.
Exactly. So if your significant other mentions that friend, before the person even mentions that friend, there should already be something in your spirit that is already like, me and this person,
They're not
we
even
are
getting
no more
like that again.
polite. You don't know how to say it. But so when the person says it, it should be more of a confirmation that
Information.
you, you've already been hearing it.
Hmm. I
You've
get you.
already had that feeling. It's been there, but you're like, no, we're childhood friends. How will I do
You don't
this?
want to let go. How will I say? They will say I'm proud. They will say I'm not proud.
Proud? Is it because I'm this? Is it because I'm that? Those kind of things. So
Yeah.
those are those. So there's still there. So at the end of the day, you should still pass everything through your internal filter. We all have it.
Absolutely.
We all have it. It's just that some of us silence. We silence.
Because when you
Yes.
listen to opinions too many times, you're now leaving yourself, you're now taking away from yourself the ability to make decisions, the ability to think and to, self-determine, self-decide. You're waiting for everybody else to tell you something. So that's why your internal filter would have now become very blunt. It will no longer be working because you're not working that muscle. So,
Yeah.
but as many times as you walk the muscle, as many times as you, try to think through decisions, make decisions yourself, you will find that it becomes sharper and you're able to make sense. Hey, TOCI women in the house, welcome, welcome. I see you guys.
Okay. So let me go to my next point. How all I call this one. Gauge your energy. What do I mean by this?
Mm,
Whenever you speak to this person, or whenever you meet with this person, if you were to rank your energy levels, does it
mm,
go up or does it come down? So you know
mm,
how there are some people that you talk to. For example, I don't really like talking on the phone, but I have I have this friend of mine that she can call me and I will talk to her for 1 hour. I will talk to
mm.
her for 90 minutes. And when after that conversation, my spirit is lifted, I am happy, I am energized, I'm like, oh, it's so good to catch up. Like it's like there's a
Yeah,
vibe. Like,
Yeah.
oh my. But there are some people that I'll talk to for 5 minutes, and I'm already like, hi, sorry, please, I was doing something. Please, can we chat? Can you send a
You're already
message?
drained.
Like,
Mm.
let's go. Like, you want to end it. That means check, is that person increasing your energy or is the person bringing it down?
Mm.
Eventually, that's what's going to happen if you end up with that kind of person. If the
You'll be
person is,
constantly drained.
if you are constantly drained, just imagine when, if you are constantly drained, just talking on the phone for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Please think about it when you guys are in the same house together.
And that is it.
This is how depression pro max starts.
That's how it starts.
Yeah. So you want to check. You want to just check. Ah, he called me today. When you drop, just gauge it. Ah,
Are you always defending? You find you're always defending yourself in every phone call.
yes.
Do you find that you're always quick
Yeah.
to get irritated or something? There's always something that you're always on the edge, or are you
Hmm.
always happy, light-hearted, and excited?
I remember
It's so important.
a potential, because I did not get entangled with this person, but I remember
Mm,
a potential person that somebody, a friend, a mutual friend that time tried to hook us up, and
okay.
the guy was way older than me, maybe I think eight or so years older.
Okay.
For me, I'm not. If you want to be in a relationship, I'm not going to be thinking how old are you, how old are you not. But I know you that even if we are gisting, like the way I'm gisting with you now, Brenda, he
Mm.
can just keep in. Please, I'm older than you. I'm not your mate.
Please arrange yourself.
You that you are just a baby. You are born in 1983. Kilo day, like what did I say? What did you carry? That kind of thing. I noticed it the first time. I
Mm.
was like, no, maybe we are just meeting. Let's, after like 3 to 5 calls, I stopped picking up the guy's call. I thought that's how toss of that. Not having anything to do with that guy.
He should go and look for his mate.
You
Not
want
be
to look for
alive.
it, so because this one people want, you want to be robbing me with age every day.
No,
I
no,
said this
no.
one I'm you're already telling me. So it's like I'm talking now. You
Yeah.
just as if I'm being rude. But and in my head, I'm like, we're just
But
gisting
just
now. I'm not even angry. Now what happened? Like I know, I say before I say Nigerians are loud.
listen, the chats are finishing me. This is
Yeah,
uncle ancestor.
but still,
Egbo.
when I did my uni, I had roommates. I had a roommate from Swaziland. I had another one from Kenya, and I had another one from Uganda. All of us
Mm.
were loud. That was when I
Mm.
say, this is an African something. We are just
Yeah.
loud. So for me, we are loud, but we are not rude. Well, some people are
Mm.
rude, but I would say that we have this. Hey, how are you? What's up? Loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine that.
It's a vibe. It's just our vibe.
Yes, you understand? We're just happy. Like we're happy. It's okay, grandpower. Exactly. So I had to immediately, I just reversed. I said, nah, 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 nah. I cannot even get.
Ordinary 8 years. Has it not people that are married 15 years, and all of that? 8 years, he wants to front. He should go front.
So for me, that's how I just they say we have ginger. We are loud. I told you, I think I've met
Ginger
Swaziland.
is vibe.
We are loud.
Sometimes I like those words. Ginger is vibe. We're not loud. We're not
The
loud.
North
We have.
Africans I've met, they are very chilled. So it's only North Africans I cannot talk about. But the other areas of Africa, I've met enough. We are loud. Let's do like that. But we don't
Okay.
have to compare stuff when it's necessary. So it's okay.
Of course.
So that's one thing. Yes. So check your energy. That's
That's
number
that's
one.
that's so
That's
important.
that's like number four, Abi. Sorry.
No, that was number 5, I think.
Okay. So number 6, is he accountable? So
Hmm.
does he tell you, okay, we are going to do XYZ on so and so day? For example, it can be something. I'm using very mundane examples on purpose. Why am I using
Yeah.
mundane? Because
So
as I said,
little
when
things.
it's not Instagram reels that is our real life. We have 23 plus hours that is
Yeah.
not inside the room. that is like is mundane, is boring in quotes somehow,
Yeah.
like it's regular lifestyle. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's mundane examples. So when I say is he accountable? So for example, I just said something like, oh, next week when you guys make an appointment, next week Wednesday at 2 p.m. XYZ, we are gonna do this. Wednesday comes, 2 p.m. comes, guy does not show, you keep quiet, you give benefit of the doubt that something, but maybe later at 6 p.m. he calls you, but he calls you like, hey, what's up, how you doing, and just continues the conversation. He doesn't rate you. That's it. He doesn't rate you. So that for me, that is a red flag, because that means he has no courtesy towards you. He's not accountable to his words. He's like what he says that, because if you had a business meeting at 2 o'clock and he did not show, will he behave that same way?
Mm,
So
I like that. I like that. I mean, it's and this is just simple courtesy, to be honest. You had something. I mean, something can come up. We all know that life happens and things come up. But it's the courtesy to call, the courtesy to be apologetic, the courtesy to even make it up. But when you sweep it and then you don't talk about it at all, it's as if, hello, was it? Am I that insignificant? Like, I for me, because when you have put a date, you have told me you were doing something, I must have cleared a calendar to be available at that time.
exactly.
And, and so you are saying that all that I'm doing doesn't mean anything. And so what do I mean by cleared my calendar? What do you even have doing anyway? It doesn't rate what you're doing as important enough, so it doesn't care. So I agree with you that, and it's in the little things. It really is in the little things. If you start being accountable, because they say how you do one thing is how you do others. So if he's accountable to you in small things, he'll be accountable to you in big things. When he can say to you, "Oh, I was supposed to be here and I wasn't here. I'm sorry." When there's a bigger problem, he can also be able to call himself out and say, "I'm sorry." So that's really important. I think we lost Omeyi for a bit. Please let me know in the chat if you can see. Okay, it was okay. I thought it was me who lost my network. It's her. She will soon be back. Okay. So I love all that we've been talking about since. It's really important. And for those people that just come in, we're sharing a number of things. We said that, well, why we put the topic like this, how to spot red flags before you get entangled. So we're talking about entanglement being when you fall in love, when you're maybe family is now involved, there's been introduction, there's been engagement, you're not afraid to pull back. You understand? So we're now telling you how to spot those red flags before that happens. And we're also speaking to mothers of girls that, when you're raising your girls, you're raising them to be good, to be amazing, hardworking, and all of those things. You have to raise them to notice and observe these things so that they can spot those red flags and not even get entangled in guys. Because nowadays you find sweet, very well brought up girls, very well, and then they just don't know. They're making mistakes all over the place. So that's what the crux of the conversation is. And so we had also talked about the fact that the things you should check out are red flags. They're red flags, they are deal breakers, and they're just nice to have or do not like. Now, so we're talking about red flags, and so far we've said the following. Number one, said observe how he talks to his family, his staff, and his peers. That was a long conversation. I cannot even go back to it. Just go and watch the replay. The second was observe how he sees your career, your business, and your passions. Does he rate them as anything, or does he put them down? Because you don't want to be together with this person who doesn't think that what you're doing is important enough. So that's really important. Then number three, we said observe if he's self-centered and if he's narcissistic. So we went to the dictionary for narcissism because we're not talking about the disorder now, the mental issue. We're talking about narcissism as a personality style. It's the dictionary told us that it's a self-centered personality style that's characterized as having an excessive preoccupation with oneself and one's own needs, often at the expense of others. So that's what we're talking about. Observe if he's that kind of person, and if he is, you want to stay clear. Then number four, we said observe if he's trying to isolate you from friends. Like we say, for men that are very smart, what they do is when they want to get to know a girl, they win her friends first. And we all know how that happens. Once your friends are on the side of this guy, you're more likely to even give him a chance, even if you thought he wasn't that cute in the first place. So, but if a guy is deliberately trying to isolate you from your friends, then you need to take another look and wonder what's going on. And this is not to be confused from when your significant other is telling you about some friend who maybe he thinks is taking advantage of you or something. Always run all of these suggestions by your internal filter so that you know what is going on. And then number 5, she says, observe your energy levels after each interaction with the person. We spoke about, if you're having a phone call, every time you have a call with this person or you have to meet with the person, your energy level drops because you are constantly defending yourself, constantly explaining yourself, and it's just tiresome being around the person. Versus if you are constantly excited, constantly lighthearted, happy, and all of that. So observe your energy levels after each interaction, and then that tells you whether that's the person you want to be with or not. I think that was a very fantastic example. And then number 6, before she went off, she asked, is he accountable? Yes, we can see you now, May. Have you requested? I haven't seen the request. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I've seen it now. Okay. I've seen it now. Okay. Thank you. Well, yes, I can see you now.
Hey,
Welcome back.
guys, it's called PHCN.
Oh, okay. Welcome back. I was doing a quick recap for the
Your
people that came in
recap,
late.
I've been listening to you since. I've been here. Yeah,
All right.
I've been here.
Welcome
Thank you.
back.
Your recap is amazing. Okay, so I think I've said 6 points,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
So my final point, before I add a bonus point, I think my final point is there anyone that this person respects?
Respect.
They
Oh my God, that is
call him
important.
order. Like me, like this now, as I said, I'm married for 15 years, but I know at least, okay, and my husband's parents are late. So just picture that kind of thing. Then he's the only boy. So I know how African something is. You can't really, even though you have elder sisters, not really working.
Mm.
But I have access to 3, at least 3. I mean, and that's just up to my. I think they're even up to 5.
Yeah.
But I have access to at least three men, 3 older adults in our lives. That if today I cry wolf and they call him,
Mm.
whether he's in some business meeting or he's somewhere, he will pick up that call and he will show up.
Mm. It's so important. It's so
So
important. I mean, you don't want to be with somebody that there's nobody they can be
that
accountable
is
to.
that there's nobody they submit to, nobody they respect. Everybody must have somebody that can call them to order.
Mm.
Every single person. Have I had to call Wolf
Did
for
you have
have
to
I had to
use
call
the lifeline? Maybe not.
maybe in 15 years, maybe I've used it twice.
Mm.
But it is there.
It's important to be there.
It is very important. It is there. It is there. Those people are very, very important. Because the truth is, we are human beings, and sometimes we can just have coconut head. So,
And this goes both ways, to be
yes,
honest. I
both
mean, even the guys need to make sure that the girl you want to marry has somebody that you can report her to. And it's
yeah,
even better if it's not their parents, to be honest,
yeah,
because you know how parents would always be, they would always be biased towards their children.
yes,
So
because they are,
this person we're talking about should not be the parent. If you can
yeah,
help it, don't let it be the parents.
yeah,
Let it be somebody else that they respect, that they listen to, that, if they call the
yes.
person, say, Linda, are you drunk? Excuse me, what's this I'm hearing from your husband? You would arrange
So
yourself.
the reason,
But,
so the reason why, yes, it's important for we as ladies,
mm,
but I'll tell you why it's more important for a guy. So we as ladies, the way we are, for example, I have a good relationship with you.
yeah,
It's not that you can do anything to me, but you can call me to order.
right.
That is how that's how female relationships are in general.
Ah,
If we
mm,
build a relationship to if we build a relationship to an extent,
mm,
I can call Sunshine to order. She's doing
right.
something that is crazy. I can call her.
So,
I can go to her house.
what's wrong with you
Are
today?
you okay? You understand?
Mm,
But with a guy, guys have this territory thing. You don't come and disrespect me in my own space.
No,
So
I'm the king here.
yeah, so it's hard for you to benefit from that, even if he has good friends in quotes around
Yeah,
him.
I get that.
So they need somebody that they see that is
As a
higher than them.
higher level authority. I get
Person
that.
has to be higher. The person has to be higher. So, and for a guy, it's extremely important. Why? Because first of all, we're all in the husband is the head of the home, and
The
some people that only read, you know, that Ephesians 6, some people only stop at one verse. A wife should submit to her husband. We don't read the part where they say, and both of them should be submitted unto each other, unto the Lord. So for those people that will read that one verse, you better get somebody that is higher,
Yeah,
because when things like that
because
happen, you know, you want, yes. So my bonus point, I don't know, this bonus point now is now looking as if it's more than one.
bring it on. We have time. Even
You can also find out some things through movies. You don't need to experience everything. Because some people will say he's an only child, his parents are dead, you don't get no sibling. How will I check this? Oh yeah, random
play
movies.
movie.
Play some movies. Me, I like Tyler Perry. All those his old movies, all those
Because they
Diary
always
of
have lessons for
a,
days.
those movies, sha.
I know them.
Play them. And you know, in between a movie now, you'll be talking. See how he talks. See what he says. Play movies where women are even the stronger character. Let's say the woman is the boss lady. See what he says. Because there are some men that are intimidated, that they are okay with you now that you are small. But tomorrow, if you become CEO of XYZ, wahala dey. Those kind of things you may never know with any real life experience around
And
you.
by the time it's too late. By the time you
It's
find out
too
it's too late.
late. And you cannot come and ask him that, okay, so I'm in this my career now. What if they make me this thing tomorrow? If you ask like that, why not? That's so cool.
The answer will be simple. The answer
Yeah,
will be so clear.
be given through rose-colored glasses. So movies are perfect for that.
Because
Go through the movie.
nobody's prepared. They're
Nobody.
not prepared with an answer.
Yeah, and meanwhile, you're talking about a character, and because when we are talking about characters, some
From you.
attach ourselves from it. So we are really saying what we really want to say. So you want to check. So if you don't have all those extra relationships that I mentioned, please avail yourself to lovely movies and
Check.
see. Check. Check very well. How does he behave? What does he say? What are his opinions? Some people want to be with women, but in their mind, women are trash. And you will never know, because when they are chasing you at that point in time, in their head, they will tell you are different from others. So they will not tell you like that till you are inside. So when you engage in those kind of, movies, or even gist, just say, I heard,
All those
that's,
Instagram stories. When you
thank
use
you.
those Instagram stories, forward and ask her, look at the reaction.
Yes, and say, and exactly. So for me, that's another way
Yeah.
to.
Really important.
What's my other bonus point? I want to start rounding up. It's already almost 7 o'clock. Let me not be talking too much. I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to, because now I cannot even see what I wrote again.
Okay.
Uh,
Because of the life.
yeah, because of the lights. And I'm the one that will do it. So sorry, I cannot stand up. Sorry, guys. Forgive me. You know what? Let me just end here since I cannot remember. If I remember the bonus points, when you are
As
sharing
we are
the replay,
talking, you probably come to
exactly,
yes.
I'll just tell you. But in
Okay.
general, these signs are obvious. Like, so let me tell you the reason why I don't speak in public space.
Mm.
90% of the time, when I start reading an Instagram story, before I get to the trouble, I already see the problem. And I'm already like, how did this girl not see this?
Mm.
What if this time we are going on a date, he forgets his wallet? He's leaving you to pay. You are going to his house. He's telling you to go and turn on the generator and he's sitting down in the house.
Mm.
Those little kind of things. You go to his house, there is no food to eat. You should go and cook the food. Meanwhile, you are the guests. Those little, those those little, they are little.
Yeah, but they tell a lot about the person's character.
I'm using myself as guinea pig today. Brenda, I don't know what juju that you put inside your mouth when you're talking to me. Let me share something. There was one guy one time in my life that, anyway, I traveled to another city just to go and visit. Guys, my flight was like 3 hours to that state. Hey, and the person knew I was coming. There was now no. You know, say, if I want to cook something, I can cook some. What?
I came from travel. You couldn't even buy Mr. Biggs and cook for me.
First of all, the guy doesn't rate you. He does not rate you. Hey, I remember my bonus point. Thank you. I just remembered it. Let me say it very well. You people have not even, he's just even trying to enter your good books. And all he's already talking about is your looks, your this, your backside, your waist, your. Please run. Because
I'm trying to understand.
He's superficial. People have not gone anywhere. And sorry, people have not gone anywhere. And he's already showing you that that's all I care about.
Yeah, he's more interested in your physical attributes.
Exactly. So that's something to please check. What is he? Is he just telling you today, oh my God, you're so hot. Yes, excuse me, I have a brain. Because please, there's always going to be somebody hotter than you.
Yeah.
There's always going to be somebody hotter. And there are some days that you're not going to look hot. So what's gonna happen? So check it. If at the very beginning it's not his conversations with you are not cerebral, it doesn't have substance, please run. That's a red flag. Because that is the type that will now fulfill that self-fulfilling prophecies that some women always say, oh men cheat, oh men. No, you went to find all the men that want to cheat.
You found them all and they found you.
So stop normalizing nonsense. So that's what I think. Let me just stop there, because if I enter this one that I've entered now, I will now carry us where we don't know.
Where we don't know. Don't carry us to where we don't know.
So
my goodness.
Let's just leave it there. But as I said, these things are obvious if we actually take our time to observe people and notice. That's why you cannot be doing things in a hurry. Some people will say, because you got married at 25, that's why something. No. I always say, if you have waited this long, so I'm talking to someone that maybe a mature single right now. If you waited this long, the rest of your life is longer than the wait you have waited. Please get it right.
I swear down.
Because I'm not saying I'm for it, so please nobody should misconstrue this sentence, this clause I'm about to make. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
But for somebody, for example, so let's say when I got married at 25, let's say I did not know anything. And let's say, I made a mistake and things went wrong, and and maybe the marriage did not work out at 27, for example. At 27, it's easier to just find my life, pick up, whatever, than you who has waited till 35 or 38. You don't want to be coming out. Do you understand? For me, you have waited this so long. So
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
is, you have
You have
waited
to get
so
it right.
long. Do it
Yes.
right. Do it right. Don't allow hurry, age. If your eggs are doing you, please go and freeze your eggs. Go and meet a gynecologist and freeze your eggs. Science exists. Again, I don't want to carry people where they did not send me. So let me come back.
Don't carry us where we don't
Don't let
know.
me not carry people there, abeg. But what I'm saying is, if you have waited this long, please do it right. There is no point hurrying into something, then regretting 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, 5 years down the line, to say, why did I do this?
How did I get myself into this?
Why did I
And
get
that's
myself
when
into
then you now start visiting dear auntie this, dear that
this?
on Instagram. Hide my identity.
So that's what I would say, just do it right. And I'm a person of faith. So I always say that if you are, for some of us, there are some people that God actually brought people your way at a time but you did not see, and you made a mistake. The beauty with our God is that our God knows how to restore.
You give
So
many
if you
chances.
have woken up now, trust that your God will restore you.
Yes. Amen.
And he will bring the person that when the person finally
You
comes, you are
self will be
like,
like,
do you
come on. This is why I was
understand?
waiting. This is why
Do you
I waited.
understand? Because you don't want it. Some people, their marriages are only sweet in their first, 2, 3. No, you still want to be able to stand how many years later in your quietness and be able to say, God,
Thank
I
you
don't know what I did to deserve this, so
for
thank
this.
you.
Thank you.
Like, thank
Thank
you.
you.
You want to be able to say that to yourself. And this is not, please, I don't have time. Anyway, people that know me already know. I'm not talking about this social media. You think they're happy. I'm saying from the depths of your heart.
Yeah.
Like you sit down. Like, there are sometimes you just sit down and you're like, God, I'm not this smart. I know that I can be smart, but I am not this smart. This was not me.
This was just
This
you.
this had to be you,
Yeah.
and I am grateful.
Yeah.
But you cannot
I,
say that if you lean on him. If you go and
mm-hmm.
carry your leg where he did not send you to, our God is also a gentle God.
and
He's
he
not going to force you.
and he's a gentleman. He just accepts your will and just be looking at
Yeah,
you like, okay, free will,
yeah.
take
So,
okay.
so I think that's where I'm going to, call it a day. I'm sorry that I carried you to 10 places that Brenda did not send me. Just take my first 7 points.
Oh my goodness.
Take my
It was it was a completely amazing conversation. I mean, anybody who joined halfway, you need to go and catch the replay. It was a very wholesome conversation. I'm so excited. And like you said, when you said in the beginning that we need to listen to this with the eyes of being able to guide our daughters, if you have daughters, to guide them in what they should do. I mean, it just changed it for me. Initially I was thinking we're here to come and talk to the singles. I was feeling like, yes, mommy married. Hello. Now I took my pencil and paper. You saw me taking notes. That's why I was able to give that kind of recap. So I'm so excited. Thank you so much for coming out today. If you guys have
Thank
any
you.
questions, please type them in the chat. Let us be able to take questions before she leaves. And then please go and follow my amazing friend. Her name is Omeyi Speaks on Instagram. She shares about business tips. She shares about tech tools that can make your life easier. She just shares some of her plenty sense once in a while, and you just listen to all of that, and you'll be glad that you followed her. And if you're joining us our live series for the first time, this is Women's Matters, brought to you by the Women's Growth Academy. We're a community of women who love God and grow in the love of God and the love of each other. We generally help you to skill up and find yourself to be where God has created you to be. To join our community, just go to the link in our bio and click the link and you can join us. And for every other thing, we have these lives every Tuesday at 6 p.m. dots. And we're talking about varied conversations, things that affect women of different ages, women of different strata. I mean, our general lives were hot. We talked about career, we talked about business and all of those things. And now we've come into the month of love. We're talking about relationships. So let's see where March will take us. March is the month of women. So we'll be talking about women's matters and we'll be going deeper. But if you have any questions, I can't see any questions. It seems our class is very clear. Everybody
I'll see that.
understood us. So there are
I've
not
carried them where they don't know. That's why. I'm sorry.
everybody are fumble. Oh my goodness, but it was a very interesting conversation. Thank you so much again, Omeyi. What are your final words for us? If we forget everything else you said today, what is the one thing that we shouldn't forget from this conversation?
Say that again.
I said,
What is
what are your final words for us? So if we forget everything else you have said today, all the 9 things you said today, what is the one thing you don't want us to forget from today's conversation?
okay? So I think remember that you are a person of value
Mm,
and don't cast your pearl to
mm,
swine. That is
mm,
the important. That is why we are saying you should spot red flags,
mm,
because each time you go into a place, a danger zone, you are casting your pearl to swine.
mm. I
Swine
love it.
can never appreciate pearls, no
Mm,
matter how hard they try.
mm,
So,
mm,
yeah.
mm, I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for coming out. And it's been an amazing evening again. See you next Tuesday. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.